Well, woke culture strikes again. A Beaverton, Oregon school district teaching kids neo-pronouns. Joining us right now to discuss, president of Oregon Moms Union, Mackenzie Puyam, and homeschool mom, Josie Alexander. Josie, I'll start with you. What's going on there? I used to live in Oregon, by the way. I love Oregon. I was down in southern Oregon. But we know that places like Portland are very different than some of the other areas. So what's going on?
Well, I decided to homeschool because I very quickly found out how the Oregon Department of Education purposely deceives children, methodically hides information from parents. And my daughter was in kindergarten and they tried to read a transgender book to her. And my husband and I went to the school board and asked simply for transparency in the curriculum, which is one of the pillars of Oregon Moms Union. And we were met with 200 people protesting our simple request. And
Yeah.
I was able to homeschool.
Yeah, and not everybody can do that, obviously, because, it is hard. And I know you probably put a lot of work into it and do a lot of research, so it's not the simplest answer. Mackenzie, tell me what your experience has been.
Yeah, I think parents here in Oregon are really tired of seeing an education system that is failing our students. You know, we have some of the worst test scores in the nation. Less than 44% of our kids can read at grade level. Less than 31% can do math at grade level. Yet we're prioritizing, political agendas and pronouns over academics. And it just doesn't make sense. And I think that a lot of parents like Josie, are moving to educational alternatives. And that's why we need school choice in Oregon, because that's not a reality for all parents. And it's really unfortunate they're stuck in the system.
Yeah, what I wonder, my wife's a teacher. She's not supposed to use the term boys and girls, right? She's not even supposed to say mom and dad. So there are all kinds of things and that's elementary school. She's taught high school and junior high also. Here's what I wonder, Mackenzie. Is there a wave of a backlash going on? Are there parents saying enough is enough, we need to change this? And if so, is there any traction that at least you can see?
We're seeing a lot of parents here in Oregon that have pulled their kids from the school system. There's been a sharp decline in the enrollment rates in school districts here in Oregon since the pandemic. Like I said, I think a lot of parents had to seek out education alternatives during the pandemic because they couldn't get their kids back into the classroom. And now they're realizing that there is a better way. We have parents who are crowding into school board meetings, speaking out against pronouns, against explicit books. And I think that parents are really starting to stand up and let the education system that they're not just going to blindly send their kids there anymore. It's just really unfortunate because there are a lot of parents who don't have an option. And I think that's where, school choice legislation and ballot measures are so important. And I really hope we can gain a lot more traction with that here in the next year in Oregon.
Josie, what's the best thing about homeschooling, and what's the biggest challenge?
We got a puppy yesterday, and my kids are cuddling downstairs doing their math with their puppy.
Yeah.
It's a blessing to see. I have a social fabric that is very strong, and so I don't have a lot of difficulties. But I'm very sensitive to the thousands of family members that need school choice to get them out of the system that they know is failing their children. So I'm very fortunate, but I'm an advocate for those who cannot make it work. And that's why I support Oregon Moms Union and school choice here in Oregon.
So do you think, Mackenzie, do you agree that the school choice is the answer to this, that you're not getting the answer in many of these public schools? So at least with that, you'd be able to pick the places that, that value your values.
Definitely. I think it allows parents to choose the education alternatives that work best for their kids. Education shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all box. And I think it also forces the public education system to really take a look at what and how they're teaching and realize that maybe what they're prioritizing right now is not what parents value.
All right, Mackenzie and Josie, thank you so much. By the way, I like that name, Josie. I named one of my daughters that. So thank you so much.